The time that you're talking about is so important because for Tim Russert to recognize you as a woman, to go to the Pentagon, because the thought is in this business, men talk to men. And how is a woman going to know about the tank versus the missile versus the this versus the that? And you rose from that. I mean, that was huge. And you didn't know anything. And you reported your butt off, I'm just going to say.
Well, I had a lot of really good men help me along the way. And I don't like this demonizing of men.
No, it's not demonizing,
No.
but for women to get in some of these places, it's not a glass ceiling, it's still a marble ceiling. You can break glass.
Right.
But you got to chip hard at that marble.
Yeah, but I think the point I was making is like Fred Francis, Tim Russert, Don Farmer, the aforementioned Don Farmer. Many of these, I think, people saw talent and they didn't necessarily see gender, and they really helped me along the way. I ran into the outside office from the studio, and I called my parents and I told them to get in the basement because the Pentagon and all these things were happening in Shanksville. And as harrowing as that day was, what was even more harrowing, April, were the days following.
Yes.
Basically, I think, announced the values of the community to the rest of the people there. So I like to have conversations about people who may disagree, but I also like to try to connect the dots and give them information. I'm really proud of that piece of work because I feel like it illuminated a topic that people really didn't quite necessarily understand, the lost cause narrative, and it's really not true. We're all, I guess, in some ways mentally ill, right? We all have mental health issues, but by and large, that is absolutely a red herring. Has nothing to do with school shooting and violence that has been committed. I mean, there's a lot of problems with alienation, and my documentary actually deals with this mental health issue.
And the concern that I have as a journalist, as a person, we have a responsibility because the climate is so
toxic
and hyper-aggressive. I'm concerned. I don't want to put someone's name out there because they're saying it is, but we don't know for sure. And you put someone's name out there, their life changes for the worst.